we're going to do an overcast stitch and a blanket stitch. And I'm going to try to rush through this so as not to make this video too long. But I had to double my fabric here, and you don't necessarily have to do this on double fabric or two pieces of fabric. You could do it on one as well. And for an overcast stitch, we're just going over the edge of the fabric. And you can use this stitch as a decorative stitch, or you can use it as a I'll try to cut my thread here. So I lost my train of thought. To kind of, prevent your fabric from fraying. So, we took our stitch from the back, we come forward, and I'm going to be doing it left to right. And you take a stitch. Now you want to slant your stitch as much as possible, like so. Okay, you don't want to just do it on top. You want to go ahead and slant it a little bit, like so. Like so. Can you see this? Like so. That's what an overcast stitch looks like. So this is what it looks like. Sometimes, to make it easy, you probably want to draw a line so you can keep it straight, But this is what an overcast stitch looks like. Now we're going to do a blanket stitch. So onto a blanket stitch, what you want to do, you can take a stitch from the front or the back. So I'm going to do it from the back, and then show you from the front. So after you do that, you take a stitch from the back like you do an overcast stitch, and then you loop, you pass your needle through that loop. You create a loop, and then you pass your needle through that loop. This is how you do it from the back, okay? If I just get my threads to cooperate with me here. And every now and then you have to make it do. I hate that I have to do that on camera. Maybe I'll cut this part of it. Or maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so like I was saying, you take a stitch from the back while holding the thread between your index and middle finger, and you pull. You create a loop like so. And instead of pulling it all the way, that will create an overcast stitch, you send your needle through that loop to the other side, and you just guide it down, and you create a blanket stitch like so. Let's do it one more time. So from the back, and you possibly want to draw a line to kind of keep it in a straight line. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that now. So you create a loop, because while holding the thread between your index and middle finger, like so, and then you send your needle, pass your needle through that loop, and then you pull. See what that looks like? That's a blanket stitch. This is probably not the best fabric to demonstrate this with, but you get the point. So you create a loop while holding that thread, you pull, and before you even pull your thread completely, you pass your needle through the loop, and you do that. Now let's do it from from the front. So from the front, what you do is you still hold your thread between your index and middle finger, and you take a stitch from the front. Now, instead of going like so, you want to pass your needle under this loop you've created, like so. Pass it through this loop you've created, and then you pull. And there you have it, see? So from the front, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to hold with our index and middle finger, and we're going to pass our needle. Instead of pulling it out that way, we're going to... Okay, so let's finish this blanket stitch. So you take a stitch forward, and you see the loop that you create? Instead of going all the way, you have to pass it through that loop and pull, like so. And this is how you create a blanket stitch, okay? So you can use this to, you know, prevent those sides of your fabric from fraying. It's like an overcast stitch, or, you know, like you creating a stitch with a serger. Really, this is a decorative stitch, actually, but I use it for many things. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye.